Due to the graphic nature of its content, listener discretion is advised.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for...
On this episode of Cigars and Sea Stories, the whole Cigars and Sea Stories team is sitting down for a little bullshit session, just chilling. Don't you love those intros? How it's like, you know, every other podcaster doesn't swear in an intro, and I'm like,
fuck it.
So like, four Marine jarhead guys decided to make a podcast.
Oh, that's part of what our whole gig is, right? I mean, it says it right on the website and all.
Dude, I had to like explain this to a civilian just a little bit earlier. She's looking at me and she's like, "So what's the premise of your podcast?" And I'm like, "No, it's just like smoking and joking." She's like, "What does that mean?" She's looking at me like a little odd, right? Like,
It means
what is
this
that?
knife hand, bitch.
Right? What is that dick growing out of your forehead?
So who did I say that to the other day, Tim? The smoking and joking thing, and you were like, "I don't know if they're gonna know what that means." Was that when we were talking about our new friend that I'm not gonna go on air telling his name and whatnot?
Oh snap! Allegedly.
Alleged, yes.
Allegedly.
Was that what it was? I remember using that phrase, and you going,
Smoking
"Yeah,
and
I'm
joking."
pretty sure they're not going to
He's
know
a
what that
civilian.
means."
I don't think he's going to get it. Yeah.
So the one thing I think that we should bring up, considering this is our Thursday episode, is the Raider Project transition seminar that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is next week's episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
It's
this
not
is
right
next
now?
Thursday.
Last weekend was the Raider Project's transition seminar, and I'm sure it was awesome, but it hasn't happened yet, so we can't really talk about it yet.
My apologies.
Yeah.
It
no
has
worries, man. It's
happened
gonna be
and it
great.
hasn't happened. We're in a time like this is
We are.
freaking
It's like a
Schrodinger's
time
cat.
bomb, man. This is
If
like
you
Well,
hear
stop
about it
the
on a
time.
podcast
Get
prior
it.
to it happening, does it really happen?
All right,
Schrodinger's
so
cat. Anyone? No? All right, quantum physics. Fuck it. Let's go.
Question for you: how do you grow up in America not knowing what smoking and joking is? Like, I knew what smoking and joking was before I went into the Marine Corps. That was
You
a
grew up
standard
in
term.
freaking
We're all up
Smallville, man.
But
You-
you were also knee
You have
deep in
been to
Marine
my
Corps
hometown.
Ville at that point. I think probably at that point you had already watched Full Metal Jacket about 160 times.
You're damn straight.
So
That's it.
So there you go.
Me,
That's-
I was
that's-
like, Marine Corps, I've heard of them. Fuck it, let's go. They sound hard.
That's kind of how it was with me too, Jocelyn. I must say, I was like a senior in high school. I saw the dude in his uniform. He looked badass. I was like, he came up and he goes, "Son, so what do you think about joining the Marine Corps?" I was like, wow.
What are you?
I never even thought about it. But, I never even thought about it. And I was like, okay, maybe I should look into this a little bit. And that was it. Boom. Then from that point on, I think I signed the paperwork in like March of 92. And I was off to boot camp in July. And in between March and July, literally, I talked to this guy for a week and I was like, all right, where do I sign up? And then I literally watched everything that I could about the Marine Corps. Like World War II movies, the whole thing. Between March and July, I basically lived it, ate it, the whole thing. Marines and Pride. Watched Full Metal Jacket 168 times, but
Nice.
pretty funny.
It is par for the course. I mean, they played it on the fucking bus down to MCRD.
Right.
Like,
Shit's
right as
crazy.
we're pulling up, they're screaming, and then someone gets on the bus, and there's real screaming,
man.
and then you're like, oh, fuck. Full Metal Jacket lied. It was not nearly... Like, Full Metal Jacket's tame.
Right.
Dude, that was the thing, too, is people were like, was it like FMJ when I got home? And I'm like, no, dude, totally worse. And I loved
Totally
it.
worse. Totally worse.
Totally worse, still easy as fuck. Get on
Right.
board.
Quit being
Right.
a bitch.
It's not the, exactly. Oh, man.
What are you guys still doing? Playing fucking Halo? Like, pfft, I do this shit for a living.
Get off the internet.
I am going to pee. Don't ask me questions for a couple minutes.
After that.
And begin.
I love this fucking job. Oh my god, I'm at work right now. Get the fuck out of here. This shit should be illegal.
Illegal.
Illegal. Dude, I just did, okay, shameless plug. Did a 180, saw the TEDx photo that I still haven't like hung on the wall and thing. There's like a giant headshot of me. I'm like, oh,
It's the last picture that you haven't thrown all over the place, huh?
dude, it scares me though every once in a while. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, you know, I'm in the swivel chair and I like rotate and then I see my, oh!
Hey, did you guys do like, did they do like photo shoot stuff for you guys, or was it just, I mean, like, did they do like professional headshots and stuff like that or not?
No, not, it, like if you like needed it.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah, no,
But
I know what you're saying.
So did we get, did you give them your EBV headshot?
I did.
I think those things are getting a little worn out.
Think so?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I need an updated one. I don't know where that's going to happen, but maybe they should do that at NatCon. Just saying. Maybe it's or is that a stretch?
Yeah, they could build that into the price of the ticket. The
Exactly.
F.
Right.
Jesus. It's like we're complaining about the ball. Remember how many fucking car washes did you do for a goddamn birthday ball ticket? And you're like, what? How do I not rate a ball ticket? This is bullshit.
The fact that you had to actually pay for the ball.
Well, you can choose to go.
25 years as a Marine, I never did a car wash for the ball.
Neither did
But
I
paid
the whole time I was
I
in. But
paid top damn dollar for my tickets every
Right.
freaking year.
now, what was the best ball you ever went to, Tim?
Oh Lord, wow.
Because I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Like location, place, that whole thing.
Yeah, I got to think about it. You know, I got to tell you, I think probably the best one I ever went to was right before Desert Storm. I was with 3-5 at Pendleton, and we had a regimental ball. I don't think there's anything cooler than a regiment, an infantry regiment having its own ball, right? It's not like the baseball, you know. It's not like when you become a staff NCO and they have the base staff NCO ball or the division staff NCO ball, and there's like all these freaking staff NCOs that you've never met that from every unit under the sun, you know, that have nothing in common with you other than the uniform, which is great. I mean, you know, because ultimately it is about, you know, we're all wearing the same uniform. But it's nice
at the end of the day, it's probably still fun.
Yeah, it is, but it's nice to do it with the guys that you actually serve with, right? And so we're in an infantry regiment, you know, and so 1-5 at the time was already forward deployed in Saudi Arabia. They were on the ground in Saudi Arabia, you know, holding back the freaking Iraqi hordes, you know, from invading the oil fields. And so 2-5 and 3-5 and whatever, I forgot which one, whatever 9th Marines, whatever battalion was with us at the time. I think it was 2-9. Anyway, we all had our ball together, and it was awesome, man. I was a corporal at the time, and it was pretty out of control. So, but I remember when they marched on the colors, you know, early in the ceremony, you know, before they did the whole cake cutting thing and all that, and they marched in all the unit colors, and of course when they did, you know, the announcer was like, and you know, the first battalion 5th Marine colors are not present as they are forward deployed on the cutting edge of whatever. But it was like, it was really cool the way they said it, and it was an actual
edge,
man. Huh? Yeah, it was like an actual man grunt, you know, reading this thing off. It wasn't some chick, you know, from Marine Logistics Group or something, you know, reading the birthday message. Just shit like that just kind of, I don't know, grates against me. But anyway, whatever. So it was a good ball.
The only one I ever went to was in 93. 92, I was in SOI. And then 94 deployed, 95 deployed. And then I got out in 96. So 93 was the sole year. Went to a shit ton of mess nights because we had a lot of those. But not just one Marine Corps ball. That's it, man. The whole time.
I don't even know what a
Shit.
mess night is.
Mess
I mean, I
nights
do,
are
but-
fun as fuck, dude.
Basically, it's kind of like a ball without all the pomp and women. Basically,
It's just
Dude.
more mandatory fun.
It is a
That's all.
shit show, is what it is.
because if you're in an infantry unit, there's no women.
Oh, dude.
So basically, it was just like
Freaking-
it was basically men in dress blues,
It's a
Marines in
stag.
dress blues, right? All of us in dress blues eating surf and turf, right? And then there was a lot of alcohol, a lot, and then they had some really cool guest speakers. Usually, you had a good some high-ranking officer or enlisted man that gave a really rocking speech, but half the
From
time
the
you were
days of
half
yore.
the bag. And most of the time
Dude.
they were probably drunk when they gave the speech
Hammered.
because I know, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's
Dude,
not
I'm telling
it's
you.
nothing like watching a full bird colonel give a keynote at a mess night, just ripping off
Shit.
the dog, dude. Just like totally out of his mind.
Dude.
drunk. And it's amazing. It was pretty cool. I
Listen,
have to admit.
gents, we're here to fuck shit up.
Dude,
We're to kill.
it gets
kill
so
things.
it gets so moto so hard, like immediately. It's like when we're standing in the breaches of hell, and he's like just shit faced teetering at the front. Oh man.
We used to do ours at Recon. We did them out in our mess hall that was out on the beach there.
Oh, tight.
It
That's
was
cool.
just
Yeah.
rocking. It was awesome. We had some great cooks out there. That was one of the things that was rocking is we had this gunny. God, I wish I remembered his name. We had this gunny that was the head cook out there, and they just used to rock it out. And they'd be what the funniest part was, they'd be serving surf and turf in their blues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was nuts. It was really funny. And then they were obviously a part of the festivities as well. But really cool. So yeah, those are fond memories.
So check this out. November, my first birthday, I was in boot camp and I graduated November 12th. So it was cool being like at the end of third phase. It was like the day before I became a Marine.
Hey, you almost had your EGA in hand.
Almost.
Right.
It was Visitors Thursday on November 11th. So I got it on Veterans Day. And then,
Which is pretty cool.
right, which is right.
It's something to look back on. That's kind of neat.
And then when I got home to the recruiting station, they did another cake cutting ceremony. So I got to see it at MCRD and then what it looked like, just kind of in your RSS kind of deal. 29 Palms, it was shit. Oh, it was when we got home. Because it was in Laughlin. Remember that? That was when we killed Zerkawi and we got fucked up. That was awesome. That was a really good time. Matt Feld came out of the shitter with his dress blues open, puke everywhere, and he's like, "We fucking killed Zerkawi!" And it was like, well,
And
what
that
are we
was
doing?
before everyone left for Laughlin.
Right. Get the he buttons his dress blues back up, fixes everything, like make sure he is pressed. Fucking puts his up his cover under his fucking arm and walks out. And I'm laughing hysterically at this point, kind of over in the corner, whatever, watching this jackass prep his dress blues. And it was good. It was good bearing discipline, blah, blah, blah. And
Now, for listeners,
like-
Matt Feld's been on before,
Right.
early days, so look back at that episode if you want some reference. But
It's
continue
actually
on.
a really good episode.
But here's why I was laughing hysterically. Remember that scene in A Few Good Men where the one guy like fixes himself in the mirror and everything, and then caps himself, fucking shoots himself in the mirror? That's all that I could think of while Matt Feld was getting himself all primed and proper. I'm like, this dude's gonna pull a pistol out of nowhere
the
and smoke
fuck?
check himself.
You're
Like, it
laughing?
reminded me of A Few Good Men, and I was laughing hysterically.
The oddities of the Marine Corps and the
Dude, I'm
mentality.
telling you.
That's not
Dude,
fun.
I actually just watched a movie. God, what movie was it that I just watched that guy in? The guy that did that. Oh,
Are
okay.
you in
so
like
that-
a fucking restaurant or something? Like, what is going on in the background?
my freaking daughters, man. I got one of them, and she's clanging stuff around because they're making like.
We do this for a living, people.
I know, but they're like, they're stop with the clanking, kid.
Dude,
Spawn of mine! Acquiesce!
I just sprayed Counter-Strike coffee all over me. 10% off with coupon code Cigars and Sea. What were you saying? By the
It's
way?
a family
Shameless
show.
plug.
Sometimes.
Shameless.
There's no shame anymore.
So
No shame.
no
So
shame.
dirty.
Where was I? Oh, so the guy that played that role in A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
I just watched the movie tonight with one of my daughters, Seabiscuit. You guys remember that? Do you guys ever watch that
I
movie?
do.
And he played the horse whisperer dude in it.
The horse was...
This
guy
all
who
don't
played
like
the
your
Right.
shoes.
See, the show can go anywhere. That's what's amazing. But yet, I brought it in because the horse's name is what?
Seabiscuit.
There you go.
Right.
Cigars and Sea Stories.
Dude,
What?
I feel you, man. We had a doc who was hung like Seabiscuit. Do you remember Laguno? Remember that?
Why did we always have a doc? Why is it always a
Right.
doc that was hung like that?
I'll tell you why, because that motherfucker doesn't give a shit if he's getting shot at. He's going to help the guy bleeding on the ground.
Right, he's gonna reach his hand into his buddy's freaking
Right.
chest cavity and be like, I'm holding a vein. No
Don't
big
worry.
deal. Hey, you're good. You're good. Concentrate on my dick.
It's a flesh wound.
It's horrible.
It's a flesh wound. Listen, that's why they gave you two. You're going to be fine. Motrin.
You're gonna be fine.
Dude, Doc,
Here's some clean socks and some foot powder, buddy.
dude,
You're
Doc,
good.
Doc pulls me into a barracks room one time, and he's like, "Penny, you want to see the monster?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." Right? This was '05, so I'm like, "Boo," right? And so I'm like, "Absolutely not." He whips this thing out. It's like a baby's arm holding an apple. It's like black and blue. I'm like, "Jesus, man, did you run it over? What the hell's wrong with you?" He's like, just had this bad boy circumcised,
horrible.
headed out to the bunny ranch, gonna do work. I'm like, oh my god, dude. He's like, so fast forward through the weekend, 96, and I'll spare you the gory details. I see Doc and I'm like, how did it go, man? He's like, not good. Why? What's up? You know,
You
a
like
lot of-
tear it open or something?
Right, exactly. And I'm picturing like the worst, right? He's like, no, I'm all healed up, okay? I'm not a Marine. I know when the stitches are good. Right, and he's looking at me like I'm the asshole. And I'm like, so what's the problem, Doc? He's like, damn whore tapped out. Couldn't take the meat missile. I'm like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, dude. Like, that's your biggest problem. You're making hookers tap out. My God, Doc. My God.
It's small, but it's hell at 100 miles an hour. Learned that from a good buddy named
Hell in 100 miles an hour.
good buddy named Mike Penny used to coin that phrase all the time.
Oh,
Hell in
that's
100 miles an hour.
oh fuck, dude. It's been a while.
You don't
been a-
remember that?
Dude, of course I remember that. Because I also call you the Dilophosaurus dick. The thing comes out, it's like spitting poison.
You guys. Ah, my
Dude,
God.
you don't want to share a bunk with this guy. I'm telling you that much
Oh,
right now. Dude,
with-
you're trying to sleep. You're like on different cycles.
You
I'm
didn't
doing
have
walk-
to put a water bottle
Oh
up,
my
Mike.
God.
You didn't.
It's like
You're just ridiculous.
but Jocelyn,
Hey, dude,
Jocelyn.
I'm trying to sleep, buddy.
what the fuck, bro? Like Jocelyn. Now keep in mind, he can't hear you.
Well,
Right,
you got the
so you-
headphones in. What do you?
Exactly. So you swing down, right, like an ape and rip open the Jack Shack, and he's got like the DVD player hanging strategically, shocked.
Indignant look on my
Right.
face, like get the fuck out of my
Right.
Jack Shack.
He's pissed at you for. Like you have 3 hours in between patrols. It's like 180 degrees in the shade. That's what you got going underneath. Trying to get a little rest. A little respite.
That's fantastic.
Son of a bitch. God damn it. He had the poncho up and the whole
Four
nine.
sides covered. I had the Jack Shack down pat.
4 sides.
The one side that would open easily and wasn't tied down in every which way was the side that was open to the VC area. It was a good time.
Dude. And just
I had a fan literally like 5 inches from my face hanging off with 550 cord just to be white noise.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, man.
Coon Dog and I used to, like, the middle slat on the air conditioning. There were 3 on his side, 3 on my
They
side.
would fight.
In the middle.
It's a good. You got a lot of weight on him. It's a good thing he was a freaking pro wrestler. Not pro wrestler. Not like The Rock.
Coon Dog.
But like actual like state wrestling high school.
Oh my god.
Like cauliflower ear guy.
He's the guy who's like, man, that's it right there. Pfft, done told you, fuck off. Checkmate, king me. I'm like, Coon, that's two different games, man. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I thought, have you tracked this guy down so we could have him on? I thought that you were going to have him on.
Oh, I totally
we'll
will.
get Coon Dog on.
Dude,
I know we talked about that quite a while ago, but
that's because the last time I saw Coon Dog, we finally got this picture to resurface. We're over at, remember Base Housing over at Casa del Sol and Twin Palms?
Yep.
Right, it was like base housing off base. We used to, it was like irresponsible alcoholism over there. Freaking, so of course during the off time, we didn't need to drive anywhere. We would just walk over the berm. It wasn't a big deal. Coon Dog gets shit faced, and I can't remember if it was Halloween or in and around Halloween. I don't remember why he had it, but he had on the pink dress and the wig. And so. Right? Remember that? And then he had that. It was the same wig that he brought on deployment. Dude. The ugliest,
He didn't give a fuck. He
ugliest
really
chick
didn't.
you would ever imagine. Right?
Hey, I got the poo in my mouth.
Coon,
if you're listening, get on here.
Right.
You son of a bitch.
Pull that Fifi out and get on here.
that's right.
Oh my god.
He always referred to his Dickie Doo.
His Dickie Doo. He was the one who called his dick the dolphin. It's small but fierce.
What did Buttrey do to his beard, dude? He slayed it.
He shaved it off for the man.
Yeah,
A
I
dirty
saw
dog.
that. I saw that for the man. I just saw it.
It's growing it back out.
He's got a new video out, which is pretty funny, believe it or not. The on post field coffee edition. It's pretty funny. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I'm just saying. He's like scraping dirt off his boot and putting liberal tears, spraying them into his coffee grinder thing.
Nice.
Liberal tears. Pretty funny. Funny stuff, Doc.
Like haha funny?
Yeah, haha. Counter-Strike coffee, 10% off.
Do you
Cigars
have a
and-
baby's arm holding an apple, Doc?
Probably not.
He's average.
You never know. He's average. So, you never know. Could be like a Coke can or something.
Could have the Irish curse. You know what the Irish curse is?
Irish curse.
All potatoes and no meat.
That's right.
I'm
You
sorry.
never know. I'm just saying. It's fantastic.
Looks like a button on a fur coat. That's me.
Ugh.
That's me.
God knows. I'm scrolling through his Facebook page right now.
Who's that? Mine or his?
No, Counter-Strike coffees.
Oh.
Just because that's what I do while I'm on the air half the time, and it helps give us content.
You're an SOB.
So
You know-
did you ever see that? So have you guys seen this recent picture floating around the internet with the African American kid holding the revolver with the 30-round mag hanging out of the bottom of it?
And then some other dudes came up with their like different revolvers.
Oh my God! The first time I saw it, I just died. Oh, so the one comment that I really laughed at was, it's the new High Point Chicago edition. So I thought that was pretty funny.
That's the new Rahm Emanuel.
Oh my Lord.
Ramen.
Learned a lot of great lessons from a few fucked up people.
There you go.
I learned a few good lessons from some sane people, so it balances out.
There you go. It all balances out. So
Sounds as though the angels are releasing their heavenly bounty upon you, Bennett. It's like,
oh my God, I can't get away from it because so here's what it is, and this is how I'm gonna wrap up my part of the episode. I'm sitting in my kitchen right now, speaking into my mic while I'm watching two young girls watch Pitch Perfect because my daughter's TV upstairs decided to shit the bed. So this is my life, America. You know, this is what happens when you have 4 daughters and the scourge of the infantryman. That's all I have to say. I'm surrounded by stuff like that all day long, and I have no escape.
Do you ever break out into song?
I have no reprieve.
I have no reprieve. From time to time, I do break out to song, and I actually caught myself. See, here we go. This is what men do. They admit shit, right? So I actually caught myself today, actually like bobbing my head to a Justin Bieber song.
Shut the front gates.
Dude, what do? What happens? This is what happens. 4 daughters. You're surrounded by it all the time. Bieber fever runs deep in this house, and I can't get away from it.
Cigars and Sea Stories is proud to support and sling Counter-Strike coffee. Counter-Strike coffee, I want you to know, is meant to be drink black. Now, I myself love coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker. I went away from black coffee for a little while. Needed the cream and sugar when I was rocking it with the generic blend. Counter-Strike coffee brought me back into the fold in a huge, huge way. They do a great dark roast. I'm a big fan of napalm. That's my fave. Smooth operator is good, though. It can go with cakes and pies, and I got a bit of a sweet tooth. I know a couple of us do, you know. And then also Firewatch. I mean, Firewatch, that's going to be the kick in the ass that you need in order to get your day going the right way. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already done so, check out counterstrikecoffee.com. Use promo code Cigars and Sea. You will get 10% off. Again, that's counterstrikecoffee.com. Use promo code Cigars and Sea to get yourself 10% off.
Here's the thing. I'm going to do a shameless plug for something that's all near and dear to our hearts as well. So it's Warrior Hall, okay? That's the 501c3 charity that basically all of us are involved in. I'm the president and CEO, but these other gentlemen with their voluptuous voices on the radio are also a big part of this.
We used
go through.
I come across as a busty woman.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. So Warrior Hall, go to Amazon Smiles and become just sign up as Warrior Hall as your charity. Okay? So every time after that you shop with Amazon, we get a little nugget. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's Amazon donating to Warrior Hall.
Nice.
A like 1% of every purchase that you make. So feel free to do that. Amazon Smiles, pick Warrior Hall as your charity of choice, and then shop away, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, buy the Amazon Fire TV. It is way better than Roku. Just saying.
Look at that. There it is. Business, shameless plugs, nudity, all incorporated.
All incorporated.
That's solid. That's a solid episode, America. Don't judge me. Don't you do it. Don't judge me.
Don't do it. We lost Tim, though.
We did lose a Tim. He had some...
he had family drama, so...
You know how that goes.
It is. I know all about it, but you can hear mine loud and proud in the background, so...
Hey, America. We're over 13,300 listens. Thank you so much.
Yut.
You guys are awesome. Just please keep sharing. Just share all the time, and we'll keep sharing, and then you share. And then if you want to write more sea stories, by the way, by all means, get at us. Like if you've got a bunch of sea stories.
Solid blog post today, Michael Penny.
You thought so?
Yeah. When I posted when I posted it, before I posted it, I read it, and man, solid, great story.
Last Thursday's episode, we had a nice plug for the Warrior Halt dating service from our good buddy Mike Penny.
Gotta love that.
Hey, Warrior Hall link up.
There you go. Sign up for the newsletter. You'll find it and veteranslist.us on their events page. You can also find Warrior Hall link ups as we start to add stuff on there. Excuse me.
They'll be on there very soon, so keep your eyes open for that.
Right. Well, and this is going to be a progression. I mean, it's not like a flash in the pan kind of a deal. Warrior Hall is...
Exactly.
I mean,
we're in it for the long haul.
Well, and it's so needed. We want 50%. I mean, like, I want people to go into entrepreneurship so that I have other people to make connections with and we can grow together and collaborate. That's how it works. So one of the biggest problems that I saw is just finding other veterans who wanted to talk personally, not just business. Because, I mean, there's like a lot of other shit that goes into this. You're ensconced in your head all day long, isolated, going over all of this stuff. I mean, you gotta hang out and smoke and joke every once in a while with a couple other veteraneurs. So I love the idea.
That's all about. That's what it's all about.
Hey there, listener audience. If you haven't already done so, go ahead, click subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Player FM. Real quick, please share this immediately. So that
immediately, ya goons.
There you go. Share it immediately with all of your social networks so that we can just keep on cruising, man. And if you want to engage in some more smoking and joking with us, get in touch with us. We can be reached at contact@cigarsandseastories.com. Again, that's contact@cigarsandseastories.com. And we'd be proud and happy to have you on the air. So get in touch with us. Thank you so much to our sponsors, veteranslist.us, First Data, Amazon's in there, eBay's in there. You know how all that is. And, of course, Counter-Strike Coffee. We've got a few other sponsors that are going to be coming out of the woodwork. We've got a few other veteranpreneurs who have gotten in touch with us who wanted to become sponsors on the show, maybe do some discount codes. Love getting those types of phone calls. Love hearing from veterans who want to be sponsors on the show. We make money when you make money. So we'd be glad to reciprocate. Like it, love it, leave it. Jocelyn, cue the music.